and welcome to my channel. So in today's video, I will be reviewing this Bitebeauty Changemaker Supercharged Foundation. And this is the foundation that they just launched, and it is supposed to be really good for your skin. It has micellar water, which is supposed to mimic your skin. So let's see how it goes. Without further ado, let's get into the video. Before we get into the video though, please don't forget to subscribe and don't forget to hit that notification bell. Now let's get into the video. Now this foundation retails for $39.50 and I have this in the shade M70. This foundation claims to be a clean, long-wearing foundation with a gentle micellar technology that mimics skin texture for a natural, flawless finish. This is a medium to full coverage foundation, and this also says that it is clean at Sephora, which means that this product is vegan, cruelty-free, and gluten-free. And it also claims that normal, dry, combination, and oily skin can wear this foundation. So basically every skin type can wear this foundation. I was also very curious about the ingredients in here. So I looked up the ingredients, and the first one I see is a maki berry, which is an antioxidant rich ingredient that helps nurture your complexion, which is really good. So basically you're wearing the foundation and you're still getting skin benefits. That is good. And the second one I see is micellar water, which gently mimics skin texture for a smooth, non-cakey look, which is also really nice. Who doesn't like a non-cakey look? So let's go ahead and look at the packaging. It comes in a squeezy tube and it is really good to travel with. I do personally like the glass packaging, but you know what? This is good to travel with. Let me squeeze some out just to feel the texture of it. It does feel very smooth, almost like a face cream, not like a foundation. I think I'm going to apply this with my fingers. I do have my beauty blender here. I wasn't sure. You know, I had the brush ready, I had the beauty blender ready, so, but I think I'm going to go in with my fingers. This is a good match too. All right, let's go ahead and get started with applying this. And I'm just going to take it on my finger and I'm just going to start. I will go on with my beauty blender after I'm done blending it with my fingers, because just to even it out, make sure I have no streaks anywhere, you know, just so it looks nice and blended. So as you can see, it blended up pretty nicely, but I feel like it is not really a full coverage foundation, but it didn't really cover a whole lot. So I feel like I need to build it up a little bit more and see how that goes. You know what? I'm going to take some of it out on the back of my hand, and I'm going to start applying this with my beauty blender just to see how much coverage I'm going to get out of it. So as far as the coverage goes, it is pretty similar to the side where I used my fingers to apply this. So it doesn't really matter how you apply it. And as I'm applying this foundation, I feel like there is a little bit of a perfume in there. I do smell something. It is not strong, but it is there. You can definitely smell something. I am going to build it up a little bit to see how much coverage I can really get out of it and how does it really build. It's not really building a whole lot. I don't think it's doing much as far as the coverage goes. So I was curious about the foundation coverage, so I pulled it up on Sephora, and it says it is a medium coverage, but I actually don't feel like it's even medium coverage. For me, it is, I feel like, a light coverage. I think this foundation would be good for somebody who's not really looking for a full coverage foundation or even a medium coverage foundation. I feel like this is a very light coverage foundation, more like a BB or CC cream. So it does look really nice on the skin. It does look like your skin, but for me, I like a full coverage foundation. So I feel like this is not a foundation that I would reach out for that much, you know. So I'm still going to go ahead and finish off the rest of the makeup. So let's go ahead and conceal these dark circles, and for that I'm going to use this NARS in the shade Biscuit. This one I'm just going to take on the inner corner of my eye, kind of where I have the most darkness, and I'm going to bring it out halfway just under my eye, and then I'm going to take the shade Custard and I'm going to highlight with that. I'm going to blend this out using this Japanese brush. And I actually really like this brush because it goes right in that corner, you know, on your inner corner, and make sure it spreads the product nicely. To set under my eyes, I'm going to take this translucent powder from Too Faced. I'm also going to take a little bit of that powder and just set the rest of my face with that, because I feel like this foundation still kind of feels tacky, so definitely need to set this foundation. Next, I'm going to take this bronzer from MAC, and this is in the shade Give Me Sun. And I'm just going to bronze up with this. You know, as I'm applying my bronzer, I can see that this foundation is actually not breaking up around here, which is very rare because mostly every foundation that I use kind of breaks up here. And this is not breaking up. This is really holding together very nicely, but I just don't like that it doesn't have coverage. I wish it had a little bit more coverage, you know, even try to build it up a little bit, but the coverage is just not there. For me, I need the coverage. Next, I'm going to highlight, and for that, I'm going to use this confetti highlighter from Ciate London. I really like this highlighter. I have been reaching out for this so much since I got this. It is really, really nice. Going to apply a little bit of blush on top of it. And I'm using this Lorac in the shade Chrome. I do like this shade. This is like a pretty plum shade. I really like this shade. Even though this foundation claimed to be a long wear foundation, I can kind of already tell this is not going to last all day. At least on my skin, I can tell. I can kind of already feel it going away as I'm applying my products on top of it. I can kind of feel like the foundation's not there anymore. And, you know, it's kind of sad because I was actually very excited about this foundation. I thought finally a foundation that can last me all day, you know, still provide me skin benefits. So I was actually excited about this, but you know, it's okay. Just going to pick up some of the Ciate London highlighter and apply that on the center of my eyelid and kind of just spread it out with my finger. I also wanted to try out this mascara from Physicians Formula, and this is Sexy Booster Vavavoom. And I actually remember using this in like my high school, and I remember it being really, really good. So when I saw this the other day, I was like, I have to pick this up. I have to try this again. So I'm just going to apply 2 coats of this. No, I don't think so. I feel like this is very flaky. It didn't build as nicely as I would like for it to. And I think I've seen better mascara, so I'm going to pass on that. For my lips today, I'm going to take this Bitebeauty lipstick, and this is their lip crayon in the shade Glaze. That's a pretty color. I really like that color. I'm going to go ahead and fill in my eyebrows, and for that, I'm going to use this NYX pencil. So here's the finished look, you guys. And unfortunately, I don't think I'll be wearing this all day. I don't think I'll be doing a wear test on this because I feel it's already starting to break up and I kind of don't like the way it looks on my skin. I do want a full coverage, you know. I feel like when it says medium coverage, you can kind of build it up to a full coverage. But this, for some reason, is not buildable at all. It is really nice feeling on the skin. You know, if you're somebody who doesn't want a full coverage, you know, you just want a little something coverage, you do want some benefits out of it, but then I wouldn't go buy a foundation. I would just buy a BB cream, you know, because you get all of that in that. Now, other than the coverage, it does feel really good on your skin. You know, it does feel very moisturizing on the skin. It is lightweight, but at the same time, it does feel a little tacky. I feel like you still need to set it with a powder, and then it kind of just becomes a little bit too heavy, so it kind of defeats the purpose. But if you feel like this is something you would like, you know, don't forget this is sold at Sephora, so you can always go into Sephora and ask for a little sample and see how that works out for you before you actually purchased the whole thing for about $40. And it's sad, but honestly, I don't think I'll be keeping this foundation. I think I will be returning this foundation because this is something I will not reach out for again. And without going any further, I think I'm going to end this video right here. I really hope you enjoyed today's video. If you want to see more foundation reviews like this one, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Now, while you're at it, don't forget to subscribe. I want to say thank you for spending your time with me today, and I will see you next time. Ciao.